You might think it's a little bit early to start thinking about FM22, but if you think the beta is going to be around in about 4, 5, 6 weeks, it's time to start thinking about it. First up, my top 5 fallen clubs that we can bring back to glory in my favourite type of save, a long haul save. How's it going? So a long haul save is exactly that. You're going to be at one club for the entirety of your save. You're going to build them and build them as high as you can. Maybe they're down in the doldrums. Maybe they just need a bit of a kickstart. These are the 5 clubs that I think will be an absolutely ideal place to start. Number 1. So number 1 is not a surprise to anyone who's followed me on Twitch or Twitter or YouTube. Parma. I did a save last year with Parma. It was a bit hit and miss because I gave myself the rules of having to play a 5 at the back, which was a challenge in itself. But Parma, so much history, beautiful kits, a stunning stadium, and fallen on hard times. History of Parma, it's trophy laden. Check this out: European Cup Winners' Cup, European Super Cup, 2 Euro Cups, 3 Italian Cups, Italian Serie C, Italian Super Cup. These boys were bagging it. Now when they got these, the European Cup Winners' Cup and Super Cup, that's when they had the famous players that you and I may have grew up on if you're of an age like me. This screen sums it up: the legends and the icons. Legends: Alessandro Lucarelli, Hernan Crespo. Icons: a lot of people don't realise that these boys played for Parma. Fabio Cannavaro, Gianluigi Buffon, more on him shortly. Enrico Chiesa, Tino Asprilla, Arrigo Sacchi was manager there. They have got some belting legends, icons and history. Buffon, now there's a story in itself. But Gigi Buffon returns to Parma 20 years after he left. He's 43. The man's never going to retire. He's going to be a keeper when you start this save up. Build a team with Buffon in it. I mean, that just sounds cool. Can you get Buffon back in Serie A? Wow. That is number 1 on the long-term save challenge. So next up is Deportivo La Coruna. Now the fact that you really have to search to find them on the game sums up how far they've fallen. So there's the La Liga First Division. Go to Spain, Second Division, nowhere to be seen. You've actually got to go down to the Second Division, then it breaks into regions here. So Second Division B1, Group A, and we finally find Deportivo. This is a team that won La Liga in the not so distant past. You can see their club history. 2000, they beat Barca, Real, Atletico. Spanish Cup 95, 2002. Spanish Super Cup 95, 2000, 2002. This team should not be where they are. One look at that stadium shows you the size of this club. What are they doing down in this tiny Group A league in the Spanish 3rd or 4th division? It's madness. This screen will show you the decline. So from 1990, the title winning La Liga season, you can see there after that competing all the way through. 2nd place, I believe there. Top 2, top 3. You can see as we start to drop down, we're still in the 1st division here, 8th. And we get to 0607, we're 13th. Back up to 7th, but this is where it starts to go a little bit tits up. 18th place in Spanish 1st division, down to the Segunda. They win that, the back up and the back down. You can see a pattern here, but look at this cliff they're about to fall off. Here we go. So we're in the Spanish 1st division. We get relegated here, relegated again here. So this is where they find themselves. Like Parma, there's club legends that you and I will remember. Bebeto, do you remember him playing up front with Romario for that Brazil team back in the 90s? Amazing. Jarminia, again, another Brazilian. And Roy Mackay, the Dutchman up front. This is a great challenge. I'm actually thinking about this one because they're that far down. To bring them back, Phoenix from the Flame style, will be pretty cool. Number 3 is York City, back in England, down in the Vanarama National North. Now look at the stadium. It's pretty much brand new, the York Community Stadium. So you're not going to have to worry about a stadium for years. It's a perfect place to start. Very similar to the save I did this year, right at the start. Earthquake, the Darlington series. This is a team with great potential, a great city. My man FM Trek knows all about that. This is the team from small to big, is the one I would recommend. There's the recent history, and they've had a bit of a barren time. You can see they did win the Sky Bet League 2 in 1984 and a couple of FA Trophy wins. But the facts are they have not been back in the league now for some time. In fact, I think as we just scroll on by, yeah, they got relegated in 2015-16 from the league. So you're looking at the best part of 6-7 years since they've played league football. And since then, they obviously got relegated from the Panorama National as well. They're now stuck in a Van North. This is a great challenge and a long-term builder for sure. Now, unlike the other two clubs we've featured, obviously the legends and icons are not going to be household names, but this is where you come in. You can build your own club and add to that list. You get these boys successful, you will become a club legend. You get a good player who will come up with you through the ranks, they're going to be an icon. Looking at those players, the one that I do remember is Richard Cresswell. I think he got a move here and there for £1 million or so. The history is there to be made at York City. Over to Germany next. MSV Duisburg in the Bundesliga 3. Brilliant stadium, 31,500. They are set. Boys and girls, check out the kits. The kits are magnificent. Look at that. Inspired by their badge and their nickname, the Zebras. I feel like doing this safe just for the kits. Beautiful. In terms of history, they don't actually have much in regards to trophies. So you've got a clean slate pretty much here to build this club and build their trophy history. They haven't done much. They've won a free Liga here and there and some local cups. Now, they haven't been in the Bundesliga for some time. Recent history says they were in the Bundesliga here and there, but they got relegated, bit of a yo-yoing going on, and then from here, this is where they started to drop down from Bundesliga 2, got back up from the Bundesliga 3, but again, have gone back down, kind of stuck there at the minute. They have got a whole host of legends and icons, and I will level with you, I don't know any of these, so they're more like local-based legends and icons, but again, you can add yourself to that list, and when you get to the Bundesliga, then you have that extra challenge of somehow trying to get above Bayern and Dortmund. Good challenge, sexy ass kits. Something a little different to finish off. You're going to go to Brazil and the lowest possible division you can do. A little thing about Brazil, they've got so many games you can end up playing, no joke, 60, 70, 80 games in a season. We're going to go to Santa Cruz. So straight from the get-go, what stands out? Capacity. Stadiums in Brazil are bloody ginormous. 60,044 at the Arruda, built in 1972. So they're stuck in the third division in Brazil. Club history, quite sparkling at their level. So North East Regional Championship. And remember what I said, there is so many different random tournaments in Brazil. It really is an experience to manage there. Look at this one. So this is the Pernambuco State Championship, which they have won 29 times. I think that's a condensed championship in their area, so they're the dons of that championship. But the league, they are struggling down in the lower reaches. Like I said, the stadium's insane. Look at that. That is beautiful. I love those stadiums with the ring around them like that with no roof. It's just oozes South America. Icons. Check it out. There's a name that stands out a mile. Rivaldo. Do you remember him? Rivaldo, what a player he was. Unemployed director of football, so maybe you could bring Rivaldo in with you as your director of football. So as I said, they're in the third division at the minute. There's a recent club background. So in the year 2000 they were in the Brazilian first division. Then that's when they went down, and it looks like they're stuck in this second division, getting back to the first division 2005, and then there's a steep decline. So they're relegated in the first division, relegated from the second division, finished bottom of the third division, so going into the fourth division, and this is where they fought back into the third division and then relegated back down from the first division all the way back down to the third division. This is a team which is a complete roller coaster. This is one where you can get them back to the top of Brazilian football and then just keep them there. You're also going to have to do it with zero transfer budget. This is a challenge. A ton of games, a ton, with no money. Love it. So dudes, they are my 5 long-term save ideas. There's an absolute shed load more, but those are 5 that stick out for me. Spoiler, I'm probably going to choose one of those 5 or get you guys to help me decide on a poll because I really like them. And at the minute, that Duisburg strip, I can't forget about it. I'm just going to have to buy it. We're going to do more of these. The next 5 will be where to start a journeyman save if you're not starting unemployed. So that'll be an interesting one. Stay tuned for that. I'll see you soon.